Hi, I'm Taylor, and this is Brian, and we're from the Electronic Caregiver, and we've been working in Cimmerian, which has been in preview mode for about 4 months now.
So Sumerian, if you're not familiar with it, essentially takes the core components of a AAA game engine and it boils them down to the business essentials you might need. For example, the ability to deploy to augmented reality and virtual reality and do a kiosk style back and forth with a virtual host.
It's coming into general availability this week, which means that people from all over the world will have access and can start diving into it. And so we wanted to do our part to advocate for some of the features that we've been really enjoying.
Right off the bat, Cimmerian allowed us to dive in and get to work very, very quickly. There's no setup and there's no installation.
And for developers like me, it's very quick iterations in that you can just get in there, start developing, and we got up to about 90 per person per day, and it really helps us just develop really quickly.
Sumerian deploys into a web browser, so you don't need an ultra powerful computer like you normally would for this sort of software to run. And it's really nice since it is web-based. You're able to apply web style implementations, for example, CSS and HTML5, which does a really nice job of bridging that gap between the web developers and the 3D artists and the programmers.
And being that it's an AWS service, you have access to the entire catalog of AWS services, and you can implement them right into your scene, which again helps it just move so much quicker. So we've really enjoyed the support that the Sumerian team has been giving us over these past few months. And it's taken the form of Twitch streams by Jake, who's covered things from just the general usage of Sumerian to deep dives on things like State Machine, which I personally have learned a lot about.
Sure.
In addition to that, there is a whole Slack community that is full of not only the other Sumerian team members, but lots of other developers.
Coast to coast, they've done loft events where they've had their team come up with demos, done some hackathons, where we've been able to send new team members who might not have had previous exposure to Cimmerian out and get initiated by learning how to do things like flying drones in a scene. There's a really cool new human resources demonstration, and they're good about guiding you through not only the whole tutorial, but also giving you the assets where you can actually deploy the scene. And then they've had partners like Weatherbug and had even us out for a demonstration of our electronic caregiver fall risk guide.
And lastly, their whole collection of tutorials on their website has just been incredibly invaluable for helping us learn it, because in each tutorial they have a demo of what you'll be doing in that.
There's a lot of features we love about Cimmerian, including pre-built assets and animations, so you never really start from scratch with Cimmerian. You start out with a toolbox. I know one of your favorite tools is the procedural animations.
Right. This allows us to quickly start getting in there with a character such as Luke, and we can just plug in these animations into him and he can talk to us and has really lifelike animation.
One of the nice features that kind of lends to collaboration is the ability to treat any entity as a thing. So we're able to take something like a 3D model of a football, connect it through that state machine to some physics, and then we're able to determine how that football moves.
Right. And another one that I've really enjoyed is their drag and drop functionality. And this can be anything from animations, audio, scripts, state machines, whatever you want. And it's just a really quick drag and drop, and boom, it's in your scene and ready to be used. And the state machines are something that I personally, being an artist, have been really enjoying, because it is a very visual way of programming. And so someone without a coding background like myself is able to use this, and also able to collaborate with the programmers and build our scenes together.
I think probably if you're familiar with Cimmerian at all, the feature you're probably familiar with is the one-click virtual reality. So you're making a scene, you can just click one button and then deploy your scene, throw on your, in our case, our HTC Vive, and then move around in VR and test our controls and test that experience out just so quickly. Even though we've only been working with Cimmerian for about a quarter, we've already knocked out several prototypes, proof of concepts, and one production product.
Right. So to get the ball in the air, we made a football minigame around the time of the Super Bowl that really helped us lay the foundation for a lot of our future scenes. Then we started going into more virtual reality aspects, and we developed a environment that people could throw on our Vive and start looking around in this VR experience.
I see what you did there. Ball in the air, football.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. So we also moved from there into integrating our existing Amazon Web Services assets. So we took our Lambda function that plumbed into some Lex bots where we had some bots that did some forms for signing up our referral partners, and we integrated them into Cimmerian to have a conversational referral partner sign-up process. From there, we were able to take all the lessons we learned on those projects and implement them into our electronic caregiver fall risk guide, which you can actually try out a demo of at addison.care.
So what we've really enjoyed about Sumerian is its ability to help us foster all this great communication and collaboration between our different team members. We have a whole variety of different disciplines, and it really allows us to just work really well together. And it's been really great, and we haven't had any other software that's allowed us to work together like this.
That's right. So we've really enjoyed it. We highly recommend it. If you're an Amazon Web Services customer or partner, go into your console today, and you'll see AWS Cimmerian there. Go ahead, get started, have fun.